looks like you're limping a little bit. How's the leg? Can you give us a little update?
Yeah, the leg's okay. I kind of had to tough it out in the first round. He kicked me, kind of met shin to shin. I got this pineapple coming out of my leg now, hematoma, and they want to get it checked out to see if there's a hairline fracture or something. So that took a little pep out of my step, and when sitting down on the punches, so I just had to go to plan B and grapple with him. So. It's not what we trained for, but it's what I had to do, and we trained to win, so I had to find a way to win, and got it. So that's the most important to me.
How frustrating is that for you that you couldn't implement the game plan that you wanted to tonight? Yeah,
and I was training for Do Ho Choi, and who is a pure stand-up guy, and then I kind of got switched to a guy that goes down to the lab and trains with Benson and all those guys, and that's really why I believe Yadi was so good at surviving everything, is because he survives with Ben and all those guys, and they attack him, and he's good at that. He's good at hanging. I damn near had about 5 guillotines, I feel like, so that were close, and then he had one of his own in the end, and he's a tough guy, but I've found a way to win, and that's all that matters to me. So given, I'm always searching to be the human highlight reel, and I'm kind of beating myself up because it didn't end up that way, but it's better than this win-lose bullshit. So I got another win. Haven't fought since January. I do better when I compete more, so I'd like to let my leg heal up and fight again pretty soon. So
you mentioned sitting down on your punches. There's a fine line between sitting down on your punches and kind of sitting down too much would allow you to be taken down. Just talk about, throwing strikes, but also making sure that you're not sitting down too much so you can't sprawl.
Right, like I don't want to just stand square in front of him and like Frankenstein, angling off and really putting some snap in your punches, and then, to the next angle and, stick and move, but eventually you step into one and put him out. And I really couldn't step into anything, so I was just kind of on my back foot and still trying to chase him down that way, and it just feels awkward, but it's just kind of how I got to antagonize a guy or hunt him down. So I was hunting him down, and I just felt awkward. I was whatever, and I knew he wanted to shoot, and that's always the game plan, is start chucking and turn them all into wrestlers, and then, and then win that. So, obviously not stand in front of him, but angle off, step into one and crack him, and then angle off, fake shots. And then after that happened, I could feel it, and I just resist. I felt really flat-footed after that.
You mentioned the guillotines. You had some. He had one pretty deep. Mm-hmm. Talk us through what was going through your mind when you were caught in that choke.
I actually had a really big decision right then, because all my shoulder pressure up, and I had to get down, and he had a closed guard, so I was like, I'm either going to go out or I'm going to have BA the whole world and push out, and my pants came down a little bit, but it was a decision I was willing to moon the whole world, so it worked out. We practiced getting that angle out of there, but I was like, I'm really going to do this, so I'm lucky that, all the layers didn't come off, because they're really high quality Reebok shorts is why they didn't, so.
While you're on the Reebok shorts, how do you feel about the deal? Obviously, it's the second week that the gear's been in place. How do you feel? Is it financially rewarding for you, or?
Yeah, I like having, we get here and we got lockers, we got our game day jerseys. For me, it's good. This is my 9th fight, so the next one I go to 10, and I like them. They look slick, and honestly, my biggest thing is I don't like worrying about getting sponsors or when my short's going to show up. It's pretty rad just to have them here and go suit up like any other sport. And financially, I'm at the next level, and pretty soon another fight, and then I like getting all this new gear and bringing my corners in. We have a young, hungry guy I brought in. He gets all this Reebok gear, so he feels like it's Christmas. It's a cool deal they're doing for us. Obviously, you want to be at that contender spot or champion spot where you're getting the money, the big money, but you know what you're getting into. Stability in a pretty unstable sport, as far as sponsor-wise, you never know what you're going to get, but now you have money you can count on that you're going to get, and I very much appreciate that.
A lot of people have their